Alright, we are back. Let's do some more Tome, the Tales of Magiel. So, pretty much finished most of the tier 1 dungeons, I believe. Or the tutorial, I should say. Let's look at our alchemists. These are the 4 alchemists, and we've actually got some really shitty drops. As you can see, we've got nothing. Minotaur, Black Mamba, Bloated Heart, we can probably get it pretty early. Rich is endgame, Fire Whim is much later, Multi-Hued Whim, that's never gonna happen, these guys are freaking tough. So things are not looking good for Elixir of Focus. Ice Ant Stinger, Honey True Root, most of these we should be able to get. I don't know which one is Ferus, which creature it is, but we should be... There's 2 things I want to do. First, this guy here, he's an experienced mage, he's looking for an artifact, he knows the people of Engelwyn, which are the mages, the elf mages. That's the city they founded after the mage hunt, when the Ziegler people basically hunted all the mages down. So they're in a hidden compound. Now he wants an artifact. I don't really want to give him the Rod of Enlightenment, of Annulment. So we're gonna fish for another artifact. Another magical thing. And we're gonna give it to him. So first, let's go to the old forest. We need some nature resistance. Let's look at our inventory. I don't think I'll use Bill's trunk anytime soon, so we can transmog that. Because it's freaking heavy. What gives me nature that I've kept? Acid will be good as well. This kind of gives nature, but don't want to give up the other resists as well. Do I have a ring? No, these have been particularly bad drops. So, what's a nature resistance? It's nothing. This is gonna be painful. So I'm gonna delve in a little bit, but if something dangerous comes, like now, I might have to back out, so... Luckily this is fire, because these are fire ants. We're quite okay with fire. These guys aren't too tough, so I'm gonna pop in a shield, and then I'm gonna start doing a death dance. Attack all of these at once. Oh, a death dance would be nice here. I'm gonna back out. I got blinded, so I'm gonna hopefully weather it. Turn on regen preemptively, even though we're at full health. Although we got a lot of good... okay, we're plus 70 because of the regen, but plus 15 is nothing to scoff at, actually. And if I get Bloodbath, which I can't at the moment, should be... see, I'm getting a lot of damage, nature. Something even did temporal damage on me, which is interesting. Must have been some item that they had. Let's rest. Alright. So, this is an expedition here that's been looking for the Fortress of the Shared Tool, an ancient god race. And the end of this quest in the forest, you will end up getting to the Shared Tool Fortress, and then you have your own fortress. Although it's not as comprehensive in these other games where you can sort of craft things in. You can do a few things there, but not too many. Alright. I'm gonna map these very carefully. I'm not even gonna use Auto Explore because I want to see. I don't want to get... So Auto Explore can actually put you into these long corridors, which could be a death trap, so I kind of want to make sure I've got an adequate escape route. Okay, I think I'm safe with these bears. Oh no, we want to dash this Orc Archer. because they can be a pain. They can pin you down, and then you're stuck there copying arrows. Okay, that's the exit. We can probably do auto explore now. I've explored most of this area. Well, here we have a drake, a venom drake. They do acid damage, and they just disarmed me. We can remove this arm because it's a physical effect. Put on a shield. I'm just gonna take them really quickly. In fact, I'm gonna dash. There's a lot of them there. Shouldn't be too difficult. Okay. Alright, we finished this part. Hopefully we got something good. Not really. This is a pretty good armor actually. Lots of resists, but light and darkness, not super fond of. And don't think I'm gonna keep it. If it had a plus 20 on something, I would consider, but not as it is. This is pretty good. I mean, we're gonna lose -3 effective physical save, but we can easily get physical save later using the the gold of the dwarves talent. Less thing, but it's, you know, it's +6 lightning and +6 temporal, and we will need lightning very soon. There's a lot of stuff here with lightning, so it always pays to do this. All right. We do need to... Oh, an escort quest. Fortunately, it's a paladin, or an Norithil, the kind of similar, Warriors of Light, I believe. I'll still do it, of course, but it doesn't give us the same benefits that that rogue gave us. I will, however, have to get rid of some armor, heavy armor that I've got here, because my encumbrance is killing me. Cold resist, acid resist. This doesn't have any resist, so this is the first to go. Now, color coding, green has 1 ego, so it'll say a male of cold resistance, that's 1 ego or brand. Purple ones have 2 egos. These are uniques. The orange are uniques, and there's another color for random. Yeah, this orange is random uniques. And then there's the pink one, which is kind of like all over the place. Don't wanna do that. I did the wrong thing. It's this one that I had. Let's get rid of another armor that I know I'm not gonna use, like this spiked one, because we've got the spiked one of acid resistance. Okay, that cleared some encumbrance, so we can sort of continue. I don't think I'll need this wild infusion. Okay, let's see if we can save the paladin this time. Now, luckily we're in a long corridor, so she can't really get ahead of us. Except here. Paladin, where is the portal? Far away to the north. Well, as I sip my tea, she will go here. I'll quickly get rid of these Venus trap, or however it's called. Okay, these guys... Okay, the portal is quite close, but she could still be in danger, so I'm gonna block her. She's gonna back out because of the wolf. Sometimes they back out into more mobs, so you gotta be careful about that. I'm gonna let her wait a few turns while I take care of this bunch. Put on a shield. There's gonna be a lot of snakes because there's usually a nest. We'll use a remote sword thing to kill one of them. Actually, I should have probably kept that for when one of them maybe harasses her. Get rid of these two. Now this is a bit problematic. She's gonna go there, and if there's any mobs there, she's gonna get hammered. So I'm gonna... And there are some mobs there. Luckily, I'll use my sword again on the Venus flytrap. Now you should be careful not to ever aim at them or do an AoE on them, because they will turn hostile and you're gonna lose the quest from memory. I think she's safe. She will reach that by her own. Yes, we've succeeded. So she gives Healing Light and Bathing Light, which are both talents in the category of Celestial Light, which if you play as the class a Celestial, like a Paladin or an Anorithil, which I think I've unlocked Sun Paladins, I don't think I've unlocked Anorithils, you can choose that category. So you can either take the category and then train it later. The mastery is quite low, 0.8. Which means you're not even, as you train it, you don't even get a level 1 of something. Or I can just take a level in the talents of this category, these two talents. It obviously has more talents. But this one gives me Magical Zone of Sunlight, Healing and Shielding all. Within a radius of 2 for about 5 per turn. Increasing healing effect by 2. It's not the best. The second one is healing you for 57, which is quite terrible because it's still a usage speed of 100% of a turn, so it still takes. So I think I'm just gonna get Cunning +2. This would have been better if I've actually had that category to begin with, and I don't think it's worth taking it just for the sunlight. Healing your body for 57. I might get another heal there, but Cunning +2. Although this one, if I get the category and I take Bathing Light and I buff it up, I can get plus healing effects. Lasts for 3 turns. Existing damage shields will be added to instead of overridden, and have their duration set to 2 if it isn't higher. So that can extend. That can actually extend an energy shield, a damage shield, which we already have. So I wonder if you take Bathe of Light, we can possibly keep extending the shield until the damage is gone. But usually the damage is gone on the shield within a few turns anyways. Unless it's a really good damage shield. Also creates a light. How many turns does it go for? 2 per turn for 3 turns. It's almost like an extra regeneration. I'm not sure it's worth it, to be honest. But just for argument's sake, because I don't think Cunning +2 is gonna make a huge amount of difference, to be honest. Just for argument's sake, let's grab this. I mean, I guess you can use it out of combat to kind of make a faster out of combat regeneration. That could be helpful. Or I can just take this and possibly in the future, after I get Bloodlust, I can spend the extra one on that to make myself more durable. Not sure, there's a lot of points to be put in class skills that I still want to put. Radius of 2, increasing healing effect on everyone within by 2%. I think it also heals, it might actually damage undead actually. But it might actually heal enemies as well, so I'm not sure how useful Bathing Light is. Let's grab the category, just for argument's sake. Okay, so now we got the category. Let's see if it's any useful to a barbarian. So we got Celestial Light here. So healing light and bathing light. Later you get barrier and providence. We're never gonna get there, I don't think so. Yeah. Increases with spell power, which we don't really use. We don't use magic, and we're probably not going to. But we don't even have positive energy. I don't think we can even... I think if we grab it, we're probably going to get positive energy as a resource. But we're not going to worry about it now. We'll see what happens. 2 cunning, in the great scheme of things, you can sort of see every cunning will give a 0.3 crit chance. So you got to have 3 cunnings to even increase your crit by 1. Mind power we don't care about, and mental save, like I say, it's peanuts. Unless you actually rely, unless you've got skills that rely on cunnings, you're probably not gonna specifically increase it. I think dexterity is much more important for the defense, range defense, and accuracy, and shrug of critical chance. It's a much better stat for us, even more so than constitution, which seems contrary to what the game tells you at the beginning, but the cake is a lie, as they say. Sorry about my voice, I'm a little bit parched and tired, but it will get better in the next videos, I believe. Okay, I've been stone skinned because they hit me, and so my stone skin talent triggered, increasing my armor. So there's a 15% chance, I think, every time you get hit. We've got poison on us, but we can weather it. I'm just gonna kind of bash at them because I don't think none of them can really hurt me unless we see a unique, and they give lots of experience. There's probably a unique at the end of this, so I'm probably gonna kind of stall a little bit. Okay, let's explore this. Let them come. Alright, probably auto-explore now. Alright, there's a unique here. What level is he? 14. He's got precise strikes, so he's gonna be pretty accurate. Well, he's got that on as a sustain effect. Stunning blow, washout, repulsion. Okay, he's a warrior type, so I'm not gonna be concerned because I'm pretty sure I'm... Okay, he just rushed me. Gonna put on the shield just in case, because he's not super beefy, but we're actually stunned, so we barely do any damage. Let's try and remove the stun with the wild. It did indeed. We'll stun him. Okay, and we took care of him. This is another guy. He's got a shield wall. We'll put well, we're stunned now. We can't remove it just yet, so we're gonna have to confuse him. Back out. See, he's confused, he's going back and forth, he doesn't really know what to do. Our confuse is gone. We're gonna do a forward attack with Fearless Cleave. We're gonna stun him. He's not stunned, his confusion's gone. So now is the time. First, he doesn't have any mind resistance, so it's a good time to use our super weapon. Did he do anything? I missed him because he's got good defense, I believe. So I think defense is good for everything, even resisting magical attacks, range. You need range defense for ranged attacks, but armor doesn't do anything unless it's a physical attack, I believe. I might be wrong, I have to check that, but... Alright, let's rush him, so we get the daze at least. Didn't get the daze, because his physical saves are quite high, 25. Our physical attack is at 58. So we're about 2 tiers above, but they can still resist. There's still a die roll there. It can still happen. Okay, forward attack is gone. Alright, a treasure trove nest. Could be super difficult, so I'm not going to do it until I map the whole area and possibly able to teleport out of there. We have mapped the whole area. Alright, let's see if we can do it. I suspect not. Ah, he already went invisible. Freaking rogues. Okay, we're gonna turn on resilience. Not just yet. Oh, this is a good opportunity. Alright, so we turn on resilience of the dwarf, that's an instant. We rush in here, and then we Dance of Death, all of them. Right. And then, actually, I'm not gonna stun, I'm gonna see if I can confuse both. They are both confused and brain locked too. That was pretty powerful. I'm gonna put on my infusion and forward attack and forward attack. Alright, that was good. Should be able to take these ones, they're kind of smaller rooms. Unless there's a unique here, and that's gonna be bad. I don't think so. Now, I don't really know how to get to that. You can try and cast Phase Door. There's some really valuable gems here, and I guess that's an excuse to get Phase Door, which we don't have. Because digging doesn't work on these walls, unless there's a what's known like a vulnerable wall or something, breakable wall. I don't think there is. No, there isn't. Not that I can see. So that's it. We leveled up. And now we can sort of, we can't put anything in here because we don't have category points, so that we can check that later. But for now, we're gonna put strength. I don't think we need accuracy just yet. We probably don't need armor training. A good thing to do is to put a point in Death Dance or Berserker Rage, because we're gonna have to put stuff in Berserker Rage anyways. Let's check our spell save. A spell save is 19. It's not that great. So we want to increase it again, but we're going to get lots of saves from Power is Money. So I don't really need to put a lot of points into it, to be honest. This one gives me stamina for each gear, but I actually do like fast metabolism. We can basically bank on that. Or we can increase vitality and increase our survivability when we get hit below 50%. But I think for now, because I really want to get to, actually I want to increase my crit, so I'm gonna increase precise strike. I'm gonna put 1 point in it. Let's put a point in Constitution because we still want to get to 41 to thick skin. So now we got precise strike. Now that's a sustain. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Here. I usually put sustains here under S. Also because you kind of turn them on, you don't need to worry about them. They consume consistent stamina. So, you know, this one consumes 30, so now our stamina is 30 lower, and it's until we remove it, then it replenishes again. Now this one makes our attacks slower by 10%. So it's kind of annoying because it's gonna mean that most enemies will get kind of like 2 attacks out of one of ours. It increases critical chance by 4 and accuracy by 9. It's not that great, so I'm not going to turn it on. It's actually quite nice when it's at a higher level. I don't think there's any point using it just yet. But we got it for later. And then last we put a generic point. Can't put power in money yet. We can increase our armor total when we get hit. Or we can increase survivability. I actually like vitality, so I'll put another point because it stacks up quickly. I mean, at the moment it'll give us 27 each turn for 8 turns. When we're at 50%, it can only affect once every 15 turns. But so you can go below 50, go above it, and if you go again below it and it's after 15 turns, it triggers again. Now it scales with con, but the nice thing about it is I think healing modifiers affect it. So if you've got plus 20% healing modifiers, I think that affects it. So it will go up if we put the healing mods really high, which is something I've never done on a Berserker. I try to play somewhat defensive aggressive, kind of like passive aggressive, but maybe we want to go just healing mods. Keep maybe not wearing plate, wearing lower armor, so the stamina consumption isn't that high. And we're gonna try a different thing, since our loot is atrocious. Alright, in line with atrocious loot, it continues. However, we get this jewelry, that's not too bad. Gives +5 cunning. Resistance to fire, arcane, less to mind. And no confusion immunity. No, I don't like that. What else have we got? No. Okay, this does more damage than what we've got. It does poison on damage. No light or mind damage. No crits. Nah. The other thing actually increases physical crit chance by 9. This increases by about 3. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. It does give you plus 0.5 critical power per accuracy. So the critical, I think it's either the chance or the damage of the crit increases by a percentage per accuracy point that you've got. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest, so I'm not gonna pick it up. We already got cold resistance. Now, this is not too bad. We might equip it straight away because it gives us 11% nature resistance. So, you know, we'll equip it for now. We'll probably get rid of it later. Alright, that's it. But at least it'll get us through this zone, because there's a lot of nature damage to be had. Alright. We gotta get rid of this tree, because it keeps producing those bees. Alright, now we get the extra damage that we do on the undead. It's quite useful, because there's a lot of undead in this game. Somebody put poison on us. Rotting disease, sorry. I'm not gonna open this Tomb of Horrors, possibly. We'll have to check it later, after we map the whole level. Okay, these trees aren't too problematic. Okay, so this zone isn't too bad, so I can probably use auto explore. Ooh, a demon idol. I've never actually gotten anything good out of these things. We're gonna open it up soon. I think they're kind of new, probably in some of the recent patches, because I've never seen them before. So this is a statue to Drabor the Imp. There's some things about who he was, and you can try and touch it, but nothing good ever happened. So, glows. The Fire of Fearscape, which is another plane, touches Bilberry, fade away, leaving no traces. I wonder if you gotta be a particular class, like a demon spawn or something, to actually benefit from them. I think that's a black mamba. Good, it's one of the ingredients that we need for the alchemists. Indeed, we found the black mamba head, but okay. Wolves are not a problem. Ants might be a problem, so we're gonna stand here. They're a problem if they're elemental ants. The good thing is there's some fire ants, so we're gonna get the ingredients as well. And we're kind of good. We're just gonna sit here. I'm gonna sting them from afar. Gonna do some this. There's gonna be a lot of them. If there's a lot of ice ants or something, and I don't have the proper resistance. Although they can't actually use those spells beyond line of sight, they'll hurt their buddies. So some spells you can, but I don't think those particular direct damage ones you can. Alright, get rid of the tree that produces the bees. Okay, rogues do it from behind. How funny. They do it from behind though. You know, when you really think about it, we don't want to be on this blighted soil. So we finished, so we can open it up. And hopefully it's not something too bad. Forest White, level 31, which is 17 levels above us. But you can sometimes take them. Let's look at these resists. 35% physical resist, that's bad news. Good thing his physical save is 12, it's pretty low. You should be able to stun him. He also has almost no armor and very low hit points. Relatively, so I think I might be able to pull it through. I don't actually think Forest White's talents... The thing we have to be concerned of the most, he can make us wet with glacial vapor, which he'll put around him, and then we'll be more susceptible to damage in general. Mind Disruption is confused, so that's what we gotta be careful of. So we're gonna stun him, we're gonna rush, he's dazed, which gives us a turn, then we're gonna stun him, which would work, and we've taken care of him. So you always gotta check, levels don't actually mean anything, abilities mean a lot more than levels, but he is stronger than your average white. Alright. Not gonna pick this up, it's the same all as before. The Void Stalker, ooh, plus 12 temporal resistance, that's actually useful. Not for now, but it does allow us to blink randomly within 2 spaces. It's a charm, so it's going to put our charms on cooldown for 10 turns. Within 2 spaces of a target hostile creature. Blink randomly within 2 spaces of a target hostile creature. Up to range 8. So it can sort of maybe get us out of dodge. Yeah, it doesn't affect stats I care for, so I'm going to try and use it. And we can test it out. This will give us some strength and con, but I really don't want to get rid of my plus 20 fire resistance. So we're not going to worry about that just yet. Although we can hack the system with this plus 2 con, so I'm going to grab it. And I don't know if they patched it ever, but or they nerfed it, but what you could do is you can wear something that increases your con, get the talent that you need the con requisite for, and then remove the item. Ooh, another escort, the warrior. That's quite useful because the talents that they give us we actually have on our tree, most likely. So it'll save us some time. However, we've got a giant villainous fly trap here. So still want to rush this, so it's dazed. Oh my god. What did it do? Did it summon something? He summoned a rime bark, which means that our friend here might be dead. Unless we do something about it. Okay, we might be able to kill him on time with Execute. We did. It was kind of lucky. He will get some damage though. And they don't recover their damage, I don't believe. So we have to be really careful. Where is the portal, my friend? Far away to the east. You might not survive this, to be honest. Okay, it's to the east through here. That is terrible. Let's rush this so we can see what's coming. Gotta be careful. I actually want to stick next to him because I really don't want to lose him. Oh, that's the portal. Good. We got there. Alright, so as you can see, he can give us stuff that we've already got. He can also give us the talent Exotic Weapon Mastery, which allows you to... It's an extra talent in where we've got the other mastery, like the sword and the axe and all that sort of stuff. And it allows us to improve with exotic weapons. Probably not worry about that. But an extra point in Vitality, which I was going to put anyway, or in Unflinching Resolve, which I was going to put anyway. So let's put it in Unflinching Resolve. So now you can see in our talent tree, we've got another point in Unflinching Resolve. We had one there before. We want to get it to 3, so we can more easily get rid of confusion when we get them. Because we can already get rid of stuns the same way, shrug them off using Unflinching Resolve, which is something that's very good that the warrior can do. So I believe that's the last floor here. Let's do it quickly and we'll finish with that. We've been going a little bit longer this time. A hammer horn. I haven't seen that in ages. Okay, something... Oh, Wrathroot. Okay, that's the boss. But where is he? He's over there. Let's bring him over. He's not that dangerous. You can rush and stun him fairly easily. And then what I like to do is hit him a few times. He doesn't have mind resistance either, so we can probably do some damage with this. 231, that's a lot of damage. And then we can execute him. Almost killed him, but now we did. A Spellblaze Shard. It's again, it's a dagger, so that'll be very nice on a rogue type actually. It's got lifesteal. It changes magic as well, so if you're a Shadow Blade, I believe, you know, one of those rogues that actually use magic, very useful. We're not, so we're either gonna sell it or we're gonna give it to a friend who protects the compound of the elf mages who wanted the magical artifact. We can just give him that instead of the Rod of Annulment, which we want for other purposes. Alright. Okay, I think this one is dangerous actually. So I'm gonna pop in this. And I'm gonna use everything in my power. We got stun, we got insidious poison. I'm gonna put regen. I'm gonna execute the boss. 25 points. It's because of the we're constricted as well, so we're starting to lose air. So that's almost like you're in water. And physical save is reduced. Now you can reduce these things with the saves in the number of turns. I think it's time to confuse them. Wow, I'm not doing any damage. What's the problem? The problem is I keep missing, and the problem is his defense is quite high, 22. But let's see if he can defend against this. He can. See, with precise strike. And hopefully we can penetrate. Put some shields on. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you meet a guy with high accuracy that you can't hit because he keeps missing, or some of those elite rogues. It could be over. And that's it. Now we're at the Lake of Nor. Let's just get rid of these ones. We've got a better healing infusion. Healing infusion heals you instantly. It's like regeneration, but it takes instantly. But they're usually not as good as regeneration runes in terms of how much they heal. But they don't take a turn, which is good. I'm gonna pick it up just in case it's slightly better. Yeah, we don't need a teleportation rune. In fact, I think I found a trick here. In a second, first we see what we've got here. More physical crit chance. More life regen, which we're looking for. But the damage is less, far less, because it doesn't have added damage, no penetration. So, no. This one, a woolen robe. No, we're not gonna put a robe on. I think I think leather armor is like the lowest I'll go. Otherwise, it's ridiculous. This one doesn't give the regen, but it gives a good defense. Maximum life is still not as good. There's nothing else for us here. This is a pretty good mind damage, but it's a charm. We already got other charms, so we don't want too many charms. And we can always put another ring because we don't have one. And this one is good. Disarm immunity plus 22, and pinning. But disarm is really what I care about, and some extra life. So we'll wear that, and we'll get that for the guy because it is an Arcane Forces artifact, unique artifact, which is what he wants.